What is up, guys? Ben the Gamer here, and as you can see, I am back at it with another LSPDFR Lore Edition episode. So, happy Friday to you all, and yes, I finally got LSPDFR back together. Didn't take me long this time. Tested everything out, had some crashes, but I figured out how to fix them, and now it's functioning properly. Put all my mods back together, and here we are. We are playing LSPDFR on a updated or up-to-date Grand Theft Auto 5. So today we're going to be patrolling with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, and we are taking out this Vapid Torrance. Has the Valor light bar, and this Torrance is part of the Paleto Bay Sheriff Pack. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can get this. So let me show you the interior. Got a nice computer, dash cam, nice partition. So let me show you the light setup. Light setup's pretty nice. Got all the cool stuff. And I have up-to-date Quant V, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, the problem is when I use Simple Trainer, it slows it down a bit. But other than that, all good. Anyways, let's get to this patrol. 1 Lincoln 22.
Go ahead.
You could show me 1041, 108.
Roger. 1 Lincoln 22. Proceed with patrol.
Alright, we're going to be patrolling around the Grand Sonora Desert and turn our focus to Grapeseed. That's going to be our main focus tonight. Since we have Sandy Shores PD available, and we're gonna drive around the Grand Sonora roads. Yep. Been feeling a little bit better. Have not been coughing as much. So yeah.
Attention all units. We've got a traffic alert. Target last seen driving a green Vapid van. Target vehicle license plate 15
We have
Queen
an
Zebra
ATV on the
Edward
road.
646. Suspect is to be considered armed and dangerous. All units remain on alert.
Alright, we'll be on the lookout. See, we got an ATV on the road. And not wearing a helmet. Gonna continue straight. Try to signal for her to stop, but plenty of ways you could stop, lady. Let's move off to the road a little. One Lincoln 22.
Go ahead.
You can show me on a traffic stop eastbound off of US Route 68 and Panorama Drive. It's going to be a red quad bike, occupied ×1.
10-4, 1 Lincoln 22. Proceed with caution.
1 Lincoln 22. Can I get a license plate check? License plate is going to be 24 John Paul Union 831.
Suspect's license plate 24 John Paul
Expired
Union
insurance.
831. A traffic violation.
Alright, let's have a chat. How you doing tonight, ma'am? I'm Sergeant Bradford with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is because, one, you're riding a quad bike on the road, and two, you do not have a helmet on. So, do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
Kiflom.
Alright,
Thanks.
so it's Miranda Leslie? Okay, so, are you aware that your insurance has expired? Well, you handed me a expired insurance card. Do you have a valid insurance card I can see? That's the only one? Okay, well, sit tight for me, and I'll be right back with you. Okay. She appears to be nervous and sweating, so we're gonna go ahead and get a canine. 1 Lincoln 22, requesting a canine to my location. One Lincoln 22, requesting a canine unit to my location. Guess it's gonna do that.
Backup required on Route 68.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and run her info.
Dispatch, this is Ocean 1 responding.
Alright. She has priors for cruelty to animals and 3 citations. Insurance is expired. So, she appears to be nervous and sweating, which means that could be clear indications that she has something to hide. Alright, ma'am, so the canine officer is going to want you to step off the quad bike. So can you do that for me, please?
Wait!
Alright, go ahead, follow me. Alright, so can you go ahead and sit on the ground for me? Appreciate it. Alright, partner. It's all yours. And I'm going to go ahead and watch her. While they inspect the vehicle. And we have a alert. Alright, ma'am, so can you do me a favor and stand up for me? Just go ahead and Yeah, just go ahead and face away from me for a minute.
Not your lucky day, pal!
Alright. Go ahead and place your hands behind your back. As of right now, you are currently being detained. You are not under arrest as of right now. So, just for my safety, we're going to have to go ahead and handcuff you, okay? So go ahead and kneel down for me. Alright, a large bong. 1 Lincoln 22 requesting a female unit to my location.
Backup required on Route 68.
So is that why you were nervous and sweating and shaking like crazy? Okay. Alright, well, here's the deal. A female deputy is on her way, and she's just gonna pat you down just to make sure you don't have any weapons or any other drugs that you may have on you. Alright? So, you don't have anything illegal on you on person, right? Well, unfortunately, we found some drug paraphernalia on you. On your quad bike. So
I'll cover you.
Alright, go ahead and stand up. Or you can go ahead and search her. Alright, bag of meth and fentanyl. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and place you in the back of this Scout here. Okay? So go ahead and take a seat for me.
No way!
And we'll go ahead and dismiss the canine. Since his job is complete. Alright, bud. I appreciate your help.
Thanks. Enough of this!
Alright, take it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and run a test on the clear crystal. Jar of suspicious liquid. We'll be testing that as well. Alright, positive for cocaine. Alright, fentanyl. Alright, positive for fentanyl. Alright, let's go ahead and have a word with Miranda. Alright, Miranda, so at this time you are being placed under arrest for the possession of narcotics. So I'm going to go ahead and read you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand these rights that have been read to you? Alright, well, just sit tight and we'll get you out of here in no time, okay?
Screw this!
Alright. I'm going to get the arrest report done. gonna be for the drug paraphernalia. As well as cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl. Okay. And she's going to be getting some citations today. ATV, helmet required. ATV must not operate on the roadway. And I'm going to pass on the citations to my partner. Alright, so I got the arrest report done, and I got some citations I'm going to pass on to you. You can go ahead and give it on to her once you take her back to the station. Alright, thank you, partner.
Thanks.
Assistance required on Route 68.
I guess the Speedo is going to take her. One Lincoln 22. You can show me code 4 and 10-8.
Attention all units. Code 4. No further units required.
Yeah, I messed up on that part. I was really supposed to call transport, and she takes her in. But we will be back on patrol. And we got a first arrest of the episode. So that's cool too.
Attention all units. We've got a possible burglary in Sandy Shores.
Alright, we'll go to assist Sandy PD. 1 Lincoln 22, show me route.
10-4, 1 Lincoln 22.
We got Sandy PD available. We'll still assist. One Lincoln 22, you could show me on scene.
Acknowledged. 1 Lincoln 22. Proceed with caution.
10-4. One Lincoln 22 requesting code 2 backup.
Backup required in Sandy Shores.
Yo, we fucked and that's it.
Dispatch, this is Victor 13. We're on it.
Stay away from my crib. I will call the cops on you, bitch. Quit playing on my
Hey, sir,
phone,
can you
bitch.
stop for a minute?
Hang up. Hold here!
Yeah, let's go to stay right there for a minute.
I got your
We
back!
got a call about a burglary, and we observed you walking behind this fence right there. So just, yeah, go ahead and walk. Go ahead and walk with us. All right. All right.
I'll cover you!
Can you go ahead and sit down on the ground for me, please? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and inspect the damage. Door appears to be damaged. There's his garage right there. Looks like no signs of damage. Excuse me. Alright, let's check the other side of the yard. See if there's nobody else besides him. Looks like nobody tried to crawl out that window. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and have a chat with this gentleman. Alright, sir, can you go ahead and do me a favor and stand up for me? Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and pat you down for weapons. So, do you have anything on you that you're not supposed to have? Guns, drugs, knives, anything like that? Alright, well, one of these deputies is gonna go ahead and pat you down. Alright, a lockpicking set. Okay, so go ahead and turn around, face away from me.
Attention, this is dispatch. We are code 4 Adam.
Dispatch,
Running.
we got eyes. We're in pursuit.
You're gonna get tased, dude. Stop.
This is Globo Pole. Don't make me use this, buddy.
Get on the ground. Try to run, you're gonna get it again.
Yo. You can't go anywhere now.
Quit resisting. Put your hands behind your back.
Covering fire.
1 Lincoln 22, be advised, we have the suspect in custody. Code 4.
10-4, copy.
Alright, sir. So at this time, you are being placed under arrest for burglary. So I'm going to advise you your rights right now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand these rights that have been read to you? And you're also going to get a resisting charge. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk to my car. Shouldn't have ran, bud. So, do you have a name that you can give us? Okay. Alright, well, if you don't want to give us your name, we can book you under John Doe. I mean, it's up to you. Alright, go ahead and take a seat in my car.
Damn it.
Alright. Yep. Decide to break in. And he has no ID. Now he wants to give us our name. Cato Speed? Excuse me. Cato Speed, huh? There you are. Okay. looks like this gentleman decided to give up his name. So I'll go ahead and take him in and get him processed. Appreciate your help, gentlemen. Y'all can go ahead and get out of here. Alright. Alright, Cato. We're going to go ahead and take you down to the Sandy station that is not far from here. 1 Lincoln 22. You could show me returning to the station.
10-4, copy that.
Okay.
Go do some hot yoga or whatever the fuck that fruity shit is.
Alright, go ahead and step out.
Bye-bye.
Alright, let's go ahead and... We're gonna go ahead and walk to this front entrance.
I hear that. Come to my barbecue tomorrow.
And we're gonna get you fingerprinted and photographed, all that fun stuff. Alright? So go ahead and stand in front of this front desk. And I'm gonna fill out this paperwork real quick and we'll get you fingerprinted. Okay, Cato Speed. Alright, property. Destruction of private property, as well as vandalism. And he's gonna get a criminal trespassing, because he was not supposed to be here, and I just got word that he was trespassed from this property. Alright. And we'll get him for resisting arrest, non-violent, fleeing an attempt to loot, LEO, robbery and theft, nighttime burglary, and he'll get a possession of burglary tools. Alright. He'll be hooked with almost all misdemeanors. He'll only have 1 felony on his record, which means his gun license will be revoked. Alright, Cato, so I'm going to go and remove the cuffs off of you so we can get you fingerprinted. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and put that index finger on there, as well as your left index finger. Alright, appreciate it, bud. So go ahead and turn around again.
You're under arrest!
Alright. Place that paper right there. Alright. Alright, now let's go. Now we're gonna walk to the door to our right.
You said it.
Okay. Alright.
Getting to wear the whole
And we're
damn
gonna walk
TV
through this
is
blue
fucking
door.
garbage. Couldn't agree more.
And you're gonna walk
Apologize,
into
dumbass.
cell number 2.
I'm really sorry.
Alright, I'm
Turn
gonna go
around.
ahead and remove the handcuffs off of you. Alright. Alright, Kato. So make better choices next time, okay?
Next time you're going to jail.
Thank you.
That's right.
Doc wants to put me on antidepressant meds. That just depresses me.
Yeah, tell me
Alright.
about it.
I'll take care. Alright. He was processed to the jail and we'll be back on patrol. 1 Lincoln 22, you could show me code 4 and 10-8.
Attention all units. Code 4, no additional support needed.
1 Lincoln 22, show me route.
10-4, copy that. 1 Lincoln 22.
Alright, let's go ahead and get there. Since it is not far from here. One Lincoln 22, you can show me on scene.
Copy that. 1 Lincoln 22. Proceed with caution.
1 Lincoln 22 requesting code 2 backup.
Assistance needed in Sandy Shores.
Victor 13, we're at the little coffee shop around the corner.
Alright, there they are. Alright, let's go ahead and have a word with him.
I got your cover.
How you doing, sir?
Hello.
Do you need any assistance? Okay. Being intoxicated in public is not allowed. I'm going to have to write you a citation, okay? Excuse me, sir. You are not free to leave.
Wait!
I'm covering you.
Sir, please don't walk away from me, alright? As a matter of fact, do you have ID on you I can see?
Kiflom. Thanks.
Alright, well, go ahead and sit tight with these deputies. Alright. Malauchi Fallen. Alright, 2 priors. No wants or warrants or anything. Alright, public and arrestable. Okay. It's gonna get loitering. Okay. What about public intoxication? Well, unfortunately, we will have to arrest him. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll give him a warrant. Give him a verbal warning. However, the owner wants him trespassed, so we're going to go ahead and trespass him. Oh yeah, public intoxication. We'll write him a warning for that. And he will get a trespassing notice. And he'll be getting a written warning for loitering. Alright. Let's go ahead and excuse me. Alright, Malauchi, so here's the deal. You're going to be getting some written warning, and you're going to be getting a couple of written warnings, and you're going to be getting a trespassing notice, which means the owner wants you trespassed, okay? So you are not to come back here, and if you show up here again and we get called out here, you will be arrested for criminal trespassing, okay? So here's the copy, and you don't have to sign anything, alright? And sober up, alright? No more drinking in public. Do you want me to call you a taxi? Alright, cool. Alright. And the other written warnings will be for loitering and public intoxication. Alright? So, all the other, if you're stopped for the same offense, they will know that we had a word with you about that. Alright? Alright, your ride should be here any second. So just go ahead and hang out here. Alright? And it looks like your ride has arrived. Have a good night, sir.
Whoa, heck!
Alright, y'all.
Hello.
Appreciate the help. Y'all can go ahead and get out of here. Why do I have a partner?
Thanks.
Get out of here. 1 Lincoln 22, you can show me code 4 and 10-8.
Attention all units. Code 4. No further units required.
Alright, well, he gets to get off easy. He gets to go out easy. Since I decided to be a little lenient. Since he's not causing too much trouble. Or causing inappropriate behavior. And we got another traffic stop in our hands. One Lincoln 22.
Go ahead.
You can show me on a traffic stop northbound off of Marina Drive and West Joshua Road. It's going to be a black quad bike, occupied ×1.
10-4. 1 Lincoln 22. Approach with caution.
1 Lincoln 22. Can I get a license plate check? License plate is going to be 24 William Ocean Tom 138.
Target vehicle license plate 24 William Ocean Tom 138. A traffic felony.
Alright, no registration and no insurance. How you doing tonight, sir? I'm Sergeant Bradford with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. Reason I'm stopping you is because you're operating a ATV on the roadway. You're not wearing a helmet. And I also noticed that your vehicle is not registered. So, do you have your driver's license at least? I can see.
Kiflom.
Yeah, because I noticed that you don't have insurance on that
Thanks.
quad bike neither. Any reason why we're not having this registered? Well, you still got to have it registered, alright? If you're going to take this thing on the road, at least get it registered to your name, alright? And how come you don't have insurance either? Understandable, but I'm sure if you call around, you could find some good deals on it. Alright? Well, go ahead and sit tight, and I'll be right back with you, okay? And where are you headed to tonight? I don't want to know. Can you at least tell me where you're coming from? Okay. Well, anyways, just sit tight, and I'll be right back with you. Okay. Stephen Romero. He has 3 priors. No registration, no insurance. So we are unsure if the vehicle is his or not. So he's going to be getting some citations. So it's going to be the ATV, the helmet, as well as documentations, failure to register, as well as failure to insure. Alright. Alright, sir, so can you go ahead and hop off the bike for me?
Hold here!
Alright, so today you're going to be receiving 4 citations. 1 is going to be for the ATV on the roadway. 2 is going to be for not wearing a helmet. And 3 and 4 is going to be failure to insure and register. Alright? So, unfortunately, that ATV is going to have to come with us tonight. Until you are able to get it insured and have it registered to prove that ATV is yours, it's going to have to stay with us, alright? And you will have to pay a fee to have it out in the impound lot, alright? The longer it stays, the more fees that will accumulate, alright? Which means you'll be paying an expensive price if it stays there too long, alright? So sign the bottom of the ticket. It's not an admission of guilt. It just says that you agreed to take care of it. And you are more than welcome to fight this off in court 2 weeks from today. Alright. Here's your copy along with your ID back. And do you want me to call you an Uber or taxi? Alright, Uber it is then. And looks like he's around the corner. Alright, try to have a good rest of your night. One Lincoln 22 requesting a tow truck. Alright, we'll go to get a small pickup.
Assistance required in Grande Sonora Desert.
And looks like they arrived already. We'll let it pass. Alright, and that's gonna actually about wrap up today's episode. Alamo C, huh? 1 Lincoln 22, you could show me code 4.
Attention all units. Code 4, no additional officers needed.
1 Lincoln 22, you could show me 10-7.
Roger that. 1 Lincoln 22.
Alright, well, before we wrap this up, let's go ahead and review the court cases. Starting off with Miranda Leslie. So let's see what she's gotten. Alright, not guilty for the cocaine charge, but she has been sentenced to in total of 13 years and 1 month in prison and has to pay a fine of $1,400. And as far as the citations go, she has to pay an additional of $187. And Cato Speed, the Mr. Burglar, let's see what he's gotten. Alright, not guilty for criminal trespassing, and not guilty for attempting to flee and elude LEO, even though it was caught on the body cam footage. But overall, he has been sentenced to 6 years and 5 months in prison and has to pay a fine of almost $2,000. Alright, Stephen Romeo. Let's see how much he had to pay. Alright, he had to pay a fine of $590. That's almost $600 right there. Alright. Well, that's going to about wrap up today's episode. If you did enjoy this episode, be sure to punch that like button and comment down on what you think. And if you haven't already, subscribe and punch that bell so you won't miss a video like this. Anyways, Ben the Gamer out. Peace.